Guys, you welcome back again to this tutorial. I mean to the Chris, and then I'm extremely glad to have you back here. It's been a while in this channel, and then today we want to look at a very beautiful concept which I believe you guys is gonna have a big interest in it. Okay, today class promises to be interesting and in fact impact a lot of knowledge. Okay, now before we dive in, don't forget this is mathematics learning by tutor Chris, and then we share daily mathematical problem here that changes our reasoning. All right, oh my god, I'm so happy. Now let's discuss about what we call power series. Power series. Okay, so if you can remember vividly, I've shared a lot of videos with you guys on my channel, mathematics learning by Master Chris on YouTube. Basically, I share it there. Okay, about trigonometry identity, and then I showed you guys how to find sine 0, sine 30, sine 45. All these beautiful concepts are very, very essential. I make use of a palm to show you guys how to find it so that it will be easier to grab and remember. I'm going to use all these concepts here today. Okay, and I know, and all the identity tree. Okay, I show them in my trigonometry. You can check my playlist. Okay, and if I have time I can share the links under this video so that I can just press directly and then you see the video. Now, okay, that's not where we are going. Also, I've made a lot of video on that series and sequence too. Okay, because we are going to make a little use of this, because you can say it's a power series. Power series, and by now I believe you should know the difference between power series and its sequence. All right, now this is cool. Let's dive into this course. Okay, suppose we wish to express an x. Suppose we wish to express an x as a series of ascending powers of x. Okay, the series will be of this form, that is sine x equals to a plus bx plus cx root of 2 plus dx root of 3 plus dot dot dot. That is, you can see this is a series, a series, and it continues thus. Okay, now sine x equals to a plus bx, where a, b, c, they are coefficients. Now, and then this means that they are a number, they are coefficients. And then what are they? Now, let's quickly look at a. Let's find a. Now, if you look at this now, I can easily find a by substituting x equals to 0. So now let's substitute. Okay. Oh, sorry, I don't like the way I'm writing over there. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. So that's why I have to clean it. Substitute x equals to 0, and then we do that. That shows that this left hand side, which is sine x before, we become sine 0. Okay, oh sorry, sine 0. This is not equals to this, is the equivalent sign. Okay, this is an identity, not equation. That is, the sine x can be rewritten as this. Okay, they are not equal, but they can be rewritten as this. You get what I'm saying now? It's not an equation but an identity. This is sign of an identity, equivalent sign, not equals to sign. You get what I'm saying now? So if I do that, I'll be having a, because no x is attached to a, but all this one x is attached to them. Since x is equals to 0, that shows that all what we are having here is going to be 0. Bx will be 0, cx root of 2 0, dx root of 3 0. Okay, so that's why I'm having sine x equivalent to a. You know what I'm saying now? And then according to the trigonometry identity that I taught you how to find sine 0, sine 30, sine 45 using a palm, we know that this is going to be 0. So sine 0 equals to 0. So 0 equals to a. Therefore, a equals to 0. Oh, that's cool. That's beautiful. Since a equals to 0, what will be b now? So don't forget we're having sine x equivalent to a plus bx plus cx root of 2 plus dx root of 3 plus dot dot dot. Okay, now we have gotten our a to be 0. Okay, we have no problem with that. But if you substitute x over is equals to 0, everything here returns to 0. You get what I'm saying now? All this returns to 0, and a is already 0, so we are going to have everything to be 0. That means sine 0 equivalent to 0. And we are looking for b. Okay, so we cannot do what we just did here now. The first thing I would like to do is to differentiate. So if I differentiate, differentiate both sides with respect to, oh sorry, okay, with respect to x. Okay, if I differentiate both sides with respect to x now, this left hand side will be sine, sorry, I'm differentiating, I'm sorry. So if I differentiate sine x, I'll be having cos x, okay? Equivalent to, and then we differentiate a, we are going to obtain 0. So that doesn't have any value. If you add 0 to a number, you still have that number back, okay? Because that's an identity, you get what I'm saying now. So, and then b, this will be, if you differentiate bx, I'm going to have b. Why am I writing x? Oh my god, I love x. Okay, so now if you differentiate bx, I'm going to have b plus, if you differentiate cx to the power of 2, I'm going to have 2cx, and then if I differentiate dx to the power of 3, I'm going to have 3dx to the power of 2 plus dot dot dot. Okay, this is cool now. You can see that b is standing alone. I'll be able to find my b. So, okay, now I will now follow the same procedure. Okay, substitute. Oh my gosh, I love x a lot. You know, I told you I substitute x equals to 0. And in this equation here, we now, sorry, this is an identity. Sorry, it's not an equation. The identity here will become cos 0, since x equals to 0, cos 0, equivalent to b plus, no x is attached to it. Now c dot, 2 dot c multiplied by 0 will give us 0, and then plus 3 dot d dot x to the power of 2 will give us 0 2 plus dot dot dot. That's cool. Now, what is cos 0? Cos 0 equals to 1, and then which is equivalent to b. Okay, therefore b equals to 1. That's cool. B is 1, and then a is 0. Okay, now let's look for c. Don't forget now that, of course, you're having cos x after differentiating, okay, cos x equals to b plus 2cx, okay, plus 3dx to the power of 2 plus dot dot dot. Okay, in order to find what c is, you're going to differentiate again, and if you differentiate cos x, you're going to have minus sine x, okay, equivalent to, you differentiate b with respect to x, that's 0. You differentiate 2cx, we are going to have 2c plus, this is now 6 dx, okay, plus dot dot dot. After differentiating, now we substitute x equals to 0 as usual again. So this left hand side will be minus sine 0, okay, equivalent to 2c, which doesn't have any 0, okay, plus 6 dot d dot 0 plus dot dot dot. Okay, so that's negative sine 0 equivalent to 2c, because 6 multiplied by d, that's 6d, multiplied by 0, that's 0. Okay, now what is negative sine 0? You know, sine 0 is going to give us 0. So negative 0, negative multiplied by 0, that's negative 0. And we don't have negative or positive 0. 0 is 0, you know, 0 is neutral. So we are having negative sine 0 equals to 0, which is equivalent to 2c. And then what are we going to do? We divide both sides by 2. So therefore, c equals to 0. Okay, c is also 0. Now what about d? Let's look for d now. Don't forget the equation, the identity now becomes negative sine over x equivalent to 2c plus 6dx plus dot dot dot. Okay, let's look for d now. I will differentiate again. If I differentiate this again, you know, that will be negative cos x, okay, because I have the negative outside, and then equivalent to, if we differentiate 2c with respect to x, we are going to have 0 plus, and then you differentiate 6dx. Is it just the 6dx? Yeah, so I'm going to have a 6d. And then now let's substitute again. X equals to 0 as usual. Sorry. X equals to 0 again. So this left hand side will become minus cos 0 equivalent to 60 because no x is attached to that. And then what is cos 0? Cos 0 is going to give us 1. So that means minus cos 0 equals to -1, which is equivalent to 60. And then we divide both sides by 6. That shows that our d equals to -1/6. And then -1/6 is same thing as 1/3 factorial. That's cool. Alright, so if you enjoyed this video, don't forget or don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your colleagues and anybody that needs the little sense of mathematics, especially when it comes to power series and Maclaurin series. If you are eager to learn it, or you have a friend that is eager to learn Maclaurin series, share with them. Okay, so in my next video now, I'll continue to what I mean by Maclaurin series, and I hope you guys won't be you guys will, you can't wait at all to watch that video. Okay, thank you. So see you next time. Bye bye.